Hello, Jarrod Gatlin here. Just wanted to take a few minutes and share my book with you. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to Don Robinson. He's actually the illustrator of the book, did a fantastic job, and cool piece of information. I have never met Don Robinson. He lives in Hawaii where the book was published, and if you've heard people talk about how they coordinate a writer with the illustrator, and a lot of times they don't have any kind of correspondence. The publisher takes all the information and puts it together in one project. That is true. I would love to meet Don Robinson at some point because he did some amazing work, but I have not had the pleasure, but I do want to extend a thank you to him. He did an amazing job. So I feel like it's important to put that out there as I read the book aloud because I can only take half the credit. This is called The Kukui Tree. On the island of Kauai, where the water meets the land, a wet and shiny monk seal was resting in the sand. He settled himself on the perfect spot, prepared to take a nap. But just before he fell asleep, he felt a lightweight tap. An oh-oh bird was at his side. "Do you want to play? Wouldn't you rather have some fun than waste away the day?" "By the way," the oh-oh said, "my friends all call me Koa. My home is in the swamp up north. Maybe someday I'll show ya." "My name is Hilo," said the seal. "This is my home, Shipwreck Beach. And sometimes I'm out at sea where only your eyes can reach." They took off to the northwest coast and were taken by surprise when Koa spotted something he could not believe his eyes. Just above the canopy, where the treetops touched the sky, a heavy rope was stretched way out to the forest's other side. Koa fluttered higher to get a look around, then started doing somersaults and jumping up and down. He'd been waiting for a lifetime to zip line over land. He turned to Hilo with a smile, and he took him by the hand. "Oh no," said Hilo fearfully. "You're not getting me on that." He backed himself a few short steps, and on the ground he sat. "Hilo," begged Koa, "can't you at least give it a try? You never know, you just might like zipping through the sky." A little courage is all you need when trying something new. Close your eyes, think happy thoughts, that's all you have to do. And soon the quiet sky was filled with happy laughter as Koa came zipping by and Hilo came right after. The next morning, Koa said, "I've got a new place to explore. A town called Hanapepe. It's just minutes up the shore." So off they went, and Koa was right. This town was the place to be, with shoreline shops and restaurants and other things to see. As the sun was about to set, they departed for the day. Koa headed for the northern skies and Hilo for the bay. As Hilo headed for his home, he saw a giant sign. It read, "Special seeds for sale, but only for a limited time." "What makes them so special?" Hilo asked, for he really wanted to know. The owner explained, "From these seeds, my friend, a kukui tree will grow. The kukui tree represents light, you see, and whether it's night or day, you will never be in darkness if your light shows you the way." Hilo thought of Koa and his special light, for Koa had led the way and found the words to build him up when he wanted to walk away. Hilo said, "What a perfect gift to give to my best friend." A very special thank you was the message that it would send. He bought the seeds and he opened up the knapsack on his back. He carefully placed the seeds inside and then he tightened up each strap. He took off to the water and continued on his way, but discovered something terrible when he finally reached his bay. The special seeds were missing, and upon careful review, he saw a hole in the knapsack where they must have fallen through. He persevered. He did not give up. He searched both high and low, but finally called off the search when there was nowhere else to go. During a nap, Hilo felt a tap, just like the day they met. "There's a party in Hanapepe," whispered Koa, "and I hear it's the best one yet." When they arrived at the party, it was a wondrous sight, with limbo lines and dancing vines at every left and right. Hilo joined a group of friends and danced the hokey pokey, while Koa climbed onto the stage to do some karaoke. Just as the music was getting louder and the dancing was frenzied and faster, an alarming noise turned everything into panic and disaster. A siren was shrieking as a warning sign for all. A hurricane was closing in and about to make landfall. The two slapped a high five and quickly said goodbye. Then Hilo headed for the shore and Koa for the sky. When Hilo woke next morning, he went out to walk around to see if the hurricane had done damage to his town. The hurricane had changed directions since the warning had come forth, and instead of hitting Hanapepe town, it had shifted to the north. Hilo just stood there looking, not knowing what to do, when a messenger bird showed up and said, "I have a telegram for you." Hilo did not want to read it, afraid of what it would say, but he took a deep breath and he continued, and he wiped a tear away. "Dear friend, my name is Lele, and I am Koa's cousin. The hurricane blasted through our swamp last night and killed at least a dozen. I'm afraid your best friend Koa did not make it through the night. Many were just too unprepared for the hurricane's deadly fight. I'm sorry that I bring you such devastating news. Anyone who knows Koa knows he did not deserve to lose." Hilo crumpled up the note and threw it on the floor. "But I was just with Koa," he yelled, "a few short hours before." He cried himself to sleep that night and hardly slept a wink. "I've lost my friend forever," was all that he could think. While moping along the beach one day, something slowed his stride. It was a heavy piece of rope that was brought up by the tide. It reminded him of that special day when they were flying through the air, and he found the courage to overcome his scare. And then Hilo asked himself, if Koa were here today, would he want me just lying around and wasting away the day? A little courage is all I need when trying something new. Close my eyes, think happy thoughts. That's all I have to do. He found 2 driftwood sticks, and he made a little cross. He tied the sticks together with a heavy piece of moss. He added shells from the shores of Hanapepe town, and tightly tied his masterpiece with a rope that he had found. On a beach in Hanapepe, with the masterpiece in hand, he cleared away a special spot, and he placed it in the sand. Hilo sought new adventures, even if a little wary, and thought of Koa every time he conquered something scary. Days and weeks and months went by until Hilo decided one day to go and visit that special spot on the shores of Hanapepe. When the young monk seal was almost there, he was taken by surprise, and as he got right up on it, he could not believe his eyes. The special cross was still right there, just as he had hoped it would be, but growing right beside it was a small kukui tree. Just a few quick things I wanted to mention. At the very beginning of the book, there is a special dedication page that you will see. This book is actually written for my best friend, Aaron. He died tragically in a car accident when we were in our mid-20s, so this book was actually written as a memorial to him. In addition, I wanted to mention that at the very back of the book, there is a pronunciation guide, as I know a lot of the words are difficult to pronounce. And last but not least, there is a special thanks page at the very end where I recognize some of the key people who made this project possible. A special thanks to the Lilly Endowment Teacher Creativity Program who funded this project and helped make this dream come true. So thank you to them. If you are interested in having your own copy of the book, it is now on Amazon.com, and you can also get it at the publisher, which is Island Heritage Publishing. And you can Google that and see their page, and my book is listed, and that's another easy way that you can order it. So just two simple ways that you could have the book. I also wanted to close by thanking Mrs. Gibson, fourth grade teacher at Eagle Elementary in Brownsburg. She is my son's fourth grade teacher, and I want to thank her because doing this YouTube video was her idea. So I just want to thank her in advance, and I hope that everyone has a great day and a great school year. Thank you.